All right, what's up, guys? Glad you could be here today. Glad you could be here to join this amazing conversation that we're about to have with our girl Tyeshia here. Tyeshia Smith's here to bless us with her wisdom, her knowledge, and kind of, tell us everything that she has going on. I know she has a lot of great things going on, not only in Jackson County, but in the surrounding counties as well. So if you would, please help me welcome Tyeshia Smith. So glad to be here.
Hey.
Cool, cool. So tell us what's your name.
Well, my name is Tyshia Smith.
Cool, cool, cool. Hey, it seemed funny, but I'm telling you, I make him do it every single time. Like I told Tiana, I'm telling you, you can have a full conversation and not tell me your name, and it means nothing. We don't know who you
Not
are.
sure about that.
So I'm glad we got past it. All right, cool. Now tell us about yourself.
So I'm from Grand Ridge. I have to tell everyone that I'm from Tallahassee or Panama for them to understand
Same,
where I'm from.
same, same.
I'm a Chipola College alumni. I'm just a small town girl. I love helping people. I have big dreams, and I've been trying to pursue them. And God has just been really good to me.
Okay, okay, okay. What did you get at Chipotle? What was your degree?
I have associates in arts and an ADN in nursing.
Wow. Okay, okay, okay. So I mean, I don't want to get into early, but I mean, how you go from having that nursing to being financial literacy? I mean,
So I actually get that question a lot. Growing up, I was raised by my great auntie, and she was always like my role model. She did not play about her finances at all. Like if you borrow money from someone, you make sure you pay them back. Your credit is your life. You make sure you pay all of your bills on time. So I don't know why they kind of just instilled something inside of me. And I don't know, I've always just been pretty good at like finances, money, things of that nature. So I don't know. It's like second nature to me, pretty much.
wow, wow, wow. I mean, we gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. 'Cause I'm in the same situation. I don't done 4 years in college, and I'm an engineer, but I'm doing the same thing you're doing. So I mean, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. So tell us, what's the name of your business?
So my business is called Finance to Freedom.
Okay, 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 okay. What services do you offer?
So I do not know how I ended up doing credit repairing because it was never supposed to be that, but
Okay,
I
okay.
offer credit repairing, credit building, financial counseling where I help people break down all of their expenses, and we go over like if they get paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and we try to get them a plan going so that they can stick with it and save money.
Wow, that's really good. I mean, the name of the game is having a plan and having discipline. Those two things are so essential in our field, in the financial literacy field. And I know you're killing the game. I've seen some results. I've seen them posted all over Facebook, and all over Instagram, all over Snapchat. They're gassing you up. You must be doing something right. You must be doing
I do
something
what I
right.
can.
No, no, no. Take your flowers because you're doing something right. Because they talk about you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's cool. Seriously. So what inspired you to start your business? Yeah.
So like I said before, I was raised by my great aunt. Finances was always a really big deal to her. So she was one of those people like if she says something then you know it has to hold some type of weight.
Right.
And like I said, I've just always been the person that people come to like, hey Ty, can you help me save this amount of money? Or can you hold on to this money for me? Or how can I build my credit? Or just, basically people just come to me for expertise. And I was talking to one of my best friends last year, and she was basically asking me to do the same thing that people ask me, like help them save money, build their credit, things of that nature. And I was just talking about it, like, you know what, I need a side hobby or something like to make money. So I'm good at this. I think I'm gonna like start a business doing this. And I mean that's pretty much how I got started. And it has been crazy ever since. Like, oh my God. Cannot believe it.
That's crazy, but like, when did you decide? Like you said last year, but at what point were you still in nursing school when you decided that, or was this like after?
Um, to be honest with you, I don't remember. Everything has been a blur. I had just graduated from nursing school or I was studying for the NCLEX. One of the two. I don't remember. I know I should, but I definitely was still doing stuff with the nursing thing.
Hmm. Okay. I just want to. I mean, it's like it came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, you were doing it, killing the game. Like, dang, I ain't mad at it, but
Listen,
dang, out of nowhere.
nursing is just it's been a blur, man. Like I feel like it has just been forever in a lifetime.
I respect that. I mean, when you get to go in and God opens doors, I mean, it seems like it's full speed ahead. So, I mean, you're doing the right thing. We appreciate it, seriously. So, next, tell us, what should we be looking for from your business in the near future?
So funny that you asked because like I said, the name of my business is Finance to Freedom. And like I mentioned, I was not supposed to be doing credit repairing some type of way. I helped someone, then she referred me to somebody, and next thing you know, like this is what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love what I have done to help people change their lives, but it is not what the foundation of my business was supposed to be, not the
Right.
principles of. So I'm going back to my roots of like what I visualized to begin with. So I'm actually in the process of rebranding my business. So come next year, I will have a new name. It will no longer be Finance Freedom. It'll be Victorian Solutions. And I'll be focusing more on the psychology of money, helping people. Because like I said, I've created so many guides and financial counseling and credit repairing, this, that, and third. And what I
Right.
noticed the most is people, it starts up here, their mindset. And it's
Exactly.
just like, if you cannot change your mindset, it does not matter if I make them a guide, if you make them a guide.
Right.
It does not matter. The best financial teacher in this world can make them a guide. And if they don't change it in their mindset, it's never going to work. So basically that's what I'm gonna be working on pretty much. And then I'll also be going around to like schools teaching financial literacy to students, which I've done it a couple times, and teaching them about credit, building credit, repairing credit. And I'm actually going to switch to do it yourself. So I'll have some e-courses where they can just buy it. They'll have my phone or my email. So if they still need help, then obviously, like, you know how most people have their e-courses and you can't get in contact with them after you
Right.
purchase,
Yeah.
I'll still be accessible to them. So
Dang, that's nice. That's nice. I gotta admit, I mean, when I came into this field, and I haven't even made mine public at all. I just been doing, people I know and stuff like that. But
mhm.
my mentor was just like you said, easily accessible. You know what I'm saying? We had a full month of time to just gain as much knowledge as we could. And it wasn't like he was really trying to make a lot of money. He just wanted to increase financial awareness in our communities. Because
Right.
like we've said, I mean, a lot of people don't know about it. We come out of high school not knowing anything, come out of college, still not knowing anything about financial literacy. And now you got student loans and student debts and bills to pay and know nothing about financial literacy. And
Right.
it doesn't add up to a good thing. It doesn't add to a good thing.
And
Um,
that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm actually stepping away from doing like the credit repairing for people. Like I said, I have my do it yourself guide, and
right,
I'll still be there if you need help. But what I've noticed is these people, they need a teacher. Like they don't
right,
need someone doing it for them.
right,
They need someone teaching them why. Because you can, like, say for instance, we're 18, we build our credit, we grow older, we're in our 20s, we don't mess it up. Well, if we don't know why we keep messing it up and how to fix it, we're
right,
just going to keep making the same mistakes over and over again.
right.
And even though I'll probably lose money doing it that way, I don't care, because just like you said, like how your mentor was, I already spread the knowledge, because to me that's worth more than anything.
Right. And believe it or not, I mean, the crazy thing about it is I've been kind of pushing people towards this recently, is getting a mentor, because we don't know. And having a mentor really impacts your life in so many different ways. So while it may seem like you may lose some immediate income by not doing credit repair, when people finally get a grasp on the value of having a mentor, it's gonna skyrocket, because I'm telling you, the information that you gain from people like you and me is invaluable. I mean, it literally changes your life forever. Like you said, I mean, they don't have that knowledge, but when they finally gain that knowledge, it's like a light bulb comes on, and it's like, bam,
Right.
it's like I can actually, not be living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, you have the money, you just don't know how to manage it. Like all that stuff
Right.
is mind blowing, and I can talk about that all day, honestly.
You never lied about that, because I actually just got a well, I just didn't get a mentor. I've had her for about 5, 6 months now. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I just, like you said, recommend everyone to get one. I recommend it as well.
Mm-hmm. it makes a humongous difference, and especially like I said in the financial literacy, because the thing about it is like people like us, they don't tell us, they don't give us that knowledge, and so we have to actively fight and go try to get it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And make a lot of mistakes just to
yeah,
right.
yeah. We make a lot of mistakes along the way trying to get where they were given. I really I thank you honestly. I said the impact that you made has been evident, and it's been very clear that you're shining a positive light on credit and financial literacy because people see credit in a negative way, and that's not true. Nobody that's rich is living off of cold cash. They're living off of credit. They're living off of OPM, other people's money.
There you go.
That's what they're living off of. That's a term I learned. Other people's money, OPM. They are not living off their own. They're living off of other people's, borrowing that money, and they're multiplying it and then putting it back in. It's a mind-blowing concept, but it's so simple.
But that stuff, like even then, like I said, I've always been one of people come to, for financial help and things of that nature.
Mhm.
Even then, I did not learn it until this year. Like that's when I really truly learned how credit works. And with me just having good credit, I was like, well, hey, this is gonna help out a lot.
Right,
But
right, right.
yeah, it's so much to learn, so much.
I think the other thing too, I mean, I know you can attest to this too, is like also about how credit, like when you really understand the value of credit, you understand that you're saving money. That in the long run, you by having good credit, you save a lot of money. Because I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
with a bad interest rate, you're gonna be paying, 10, 15, 20% interest. Whereas you have good interest, you can be paying, 2 to 5%, and that's gonna save you tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Like that's
Yes,
not
and I've seen that firsthand. And a lot of times you see that just a perfect example you just given is with cars. People are so excited to get a car, and then the payments are so high, and they're
right,
wondering why they still owe so much. And I'm like, honey, your money's going towards interest. It's not even paying on that car yet. You're
yeah,
paying them just to loan you the money for the vehicle.
right. Man, and don't get me started on the house because I know people that, well, I say people talk about getting like, a 30-year, payment plan, but I know people
Mhm.
like that have great credit and like, are financially literate that are paying their houses off in 6 years just because they understand how the game works. Like I'm telling you, we don't have to be in debt. We don't have to be in poverty. We
Yo,
don't have
it's
to.
so many
There's a
cheat
choice.
codes. So many.
So many cheat codes, bro. I'm telling you.
And having good credit is the biggest one.
Yeah. Amazingly enough. And like I said, we don't talk about it enough. So I definitely, hey, I don't mind sitting down and having this conversation because these things that we're throwing out, hopefully somebody catches one thing, just
Right.
one thing, man, and just really goes after it. If we'll keep going, which goes to the next thing. What is one piece of advice that you want to give to a new small business owner?
Fix your credit.
Mhm.
Fix your credit if you can. Find you a very reputable mentor or just someone that you look up to. Kind of write you down like, and I know this is more than one piece of advice. Oh my
Hey,
goodness,
get it.
but kind of write down like a game plan that you have. And I would recommend someone that has the business, that's had it for years, that's obviously they have a successful business, or someone that has a failed business, because you can learn things from people that have not succeeded because you don't want to make the same
It's
mistakes.
good. It's good.
Me being one. When I very first started my business, I'm not gonna lie, I was so scared, but I knew if I didn't do it then, I was never going to do it. So I kind of just jumped the ship
Say
and I
that.
did it.
Say
And
that.
it's been a hot mess.
Say that.
That's another reason why I'm rebranding as well with a new name, fresh start, new title, because I've just learned so many things. Oh my God, I've learned so many
Right.
things. So definitely, if you don't have any credit, start building your credit. If your credit isn't good, start fixing your credit. Write you down a game plan. Go speak to someone that you look up to. Say, hey, this is what I got going on. And then you guys go from there because, like I said, you don't want to make the same mistakes as me because, whew, I've made a bunch of them, but you live and you learn.
That's all right. Like I said, that you got to go through those things to get where you are now, and you can't be afraid to make mistakes. I think that's one of the things you said. I want to highlight that. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You must go ahead, jump out there, and just try to make it happen. And if you fall a little short, okay, mark it off the list. It was a learning lesson, and go
Mhm.
ahead and move forward to the next. But like I said, even like you say, jumping out there, I mean, you've had great success. I mean, you've produced results, but you can always find room for improvement, and that's what you're doing. So I mean, like I said, we can look at your story. We can spotlight your story and really take out a whole bunch of key concepts based on the things you said so far. And we appreciate it. Honestly, we appreciate it. So
Well,
next,
I appreciate you.
yeah. So I mean, after all of this, I still want to ask you one thing. I want to throw this at you. Give us a credit tip you have for today.
Okay. A credit tip I have for today. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so a credit tip I have for today. If you are 18, so I know a lot of yeah, this still around the adolescent age. So if you're in high school, you turn 18 years old. Literally, if you stay anywhere where there is like a furniture store, like Farmer's Furniture, Bad Cop, whatever the case is, go in there, speak to someone, say, hey, I just turned 18 or I'm 18, whatever the case is. I want to start building my credit. I want to apply for a credit application. Now you don't have to. Now I don't know if you have a job or anything. This would vary based on
Right,
a person. But
right,
if you are able to get a hold to some money, I would recommend doing this. You don't have to go in there and buy furniture. You know, I would not recommend that. But sometimes they have like speakers, headphones. Like they have little items like
right.
$200 or less. I highly recommend purchasing one of those because the thing is, this is why I stress your mindset so much. For me, when I went, I think I spent like $400, and none of the stuff was for me. But it's like I didn't care because I knew that it was an investment. So I was building my credit, and I knew that it would help me in the long run. That I would get a benefit from it. You
Right.
know, that it is what it is. But like I said, you don't have to be like me, spend $400. You can spend like 200. But either way it goes, do that, make it happen. Usually your payments should be around like $50 or less.
Mhm.
The reason why I stress it so much is because, for one, that's one of the safest ways that you can build your credit.
Right.
It's old fashioned. Before Self, Ava, Kickoff, before all these new apps came out to help you build your credit, like that's old fashioned. That's sturdy. You know, if you don't have anything else, you can do that. And I highly recommend doing that because it's always something that you can fall back on. You could literally rinse and repeat as many times as you want. And
Right.
that's what I did. I mean, it's just from my personal experience. That's what I did. I know a lot of people try to get their parents and stuff to sign them as like an authorized user, but 9 times out of 10, people's parents don't even have good credit.
Boom,
So why would you want to do that? You know,
boom.
so, and to me, it'll teach you responsibility. And then you could be like the cool kid on the block. And, you know, when you graduate from high school, who knows, your credit score could be like 600, 650, whatever the case is, just
Right.
starting out, you know?
Yeah, no, and trust me, I mean, I can attest to that. I mean, there's no excuse. I mean, as a parent, that you should allow your child to come out of school not having good credit, because there are two
Right.
different ways to build your child's credit. And you spoke to one being, getting that credit card. You might be 18, but getting that credit card from the furniture store and buying those small products. But along that same track, getting a secure card. People, they don't want to get those because it's a small limit, but it requires you to, manage that small limit, and I think you have to pay it back every single month. In that situation, I would do it by only doing the essential things you have to spend money on anyways, like gas, food,
Ooh,
those
yeah.
things you're already gonna pay for anyway. So use the card for the gas or the food, and then take your money and just go ahead and pay it off. That's another thing that people don't think about, getting a secure card, because they want to go and get a $20,000 limit on an unsecured card, but they can't
And
pay
it's
it
not
back.
going to happen. Like,
Right. It's not gonna happen.
it's
Be
not going to
realistic.
happen.
Be realistic. Please be realistic. Take these gems and run the plays. Like my mentor says this all the time: run the plays. Because I'm telling you, she can give you gems all day long, but if you're not going and running the plays, it does
Yep.
not matter. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen.
And
So
so heavy on the secured credit cards, like you mentioned as well, is because, and that's, like I said, that's one of the mistakes I made too when I was building my credit, because I actually applied for a credit card straight out like I was about to get a credit card. They denied me. Like,
right, right.
they denied me.
And that's tough too, because like again, you move from that. I mean, talking about that into your credit profile, where you applying for all these cards these high limit cards, not knowing if you're gonna get approved or not, and then guess what? Now you got inquiries on your report. So like everything it all matters. Everything you do matters. So before you go and bump your head, before you go and make all these crazy mistakes, ruining your credit, before you can even start good, go ahead and listen to these gems, listen to these plays, and let it change your life. Let it change your life. If you're already on the wrong track, let's get back on the right track. My girl right here, she's ready for you.
Because you can always start over. Always.
Yeah. It ain't too late. It ain't too late. Let's be real. So it's been good so far. The last thing I want to ask you is, how can people get up with you?
So y'all can follow me on Facebook, Tyeshia Smith. It'll be a picture of my nephew and I. So pretty much like that's my main source of like communication, because I haven't been on Instagram since I was in like high school, so I'm no longer an OG with that. So
Dang.
just follow me on Facebook.
Okay. What about you got any like a business page or anything like that? Which one reach my two?
I'm not really good at social media. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not very good at social media. And for me, it's just kind of difficult trying to run two different pages. So basically, like I just use my main page to drop like all my gems, things that I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Now with me rebranding, I don't think I will end up making another page. I don't know. I may or may not, but I'm starting to get more into like TikTok savvy.
Yeah.
So I'll also be dropping like a bunch of knowledge on TikTok and then Instagram reels, because for whatever reason I don't get a lot of likes on my posts, but I get traction on my reels, which is weird. So
we can talk about that too.
Throwing it out there.
We can talk about that too. I got you. I got you. Okay.
Thank
cool.
you, because I need help.
Yeah, I got you. But okay, so and lastly, I mean, you said, being on Facebook, are you in like any physical location that you're gonna be working out of? Anything?
Not really. I do everything virtual for the most part. I have met up with some people, like, because I live in Mariana. So if they're willing to meet, I will meet them. I don't have a problem at all. But most people just, so tech savvy now, everybody just wants to meet up on their phone. And I mean, it's,
It works. I mean, I ain't knocking it. Especially
because half of my clients, I've never met them a day in my life. Like, it's funny because one of my clients and we know mutual people, and I was at their house, and she was like, "Oh, hey, girl," and I'm just like, "Hey," and she was like, "It's me, such and so." I'm like, "Oh, hey."
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
At least you're being known for a positive thing. Cause they can be like, "Oh, that's that girl." Like, nah, that ain't me. Nah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Right.
Nah, it's good stuff. Cool. Hey, you giving us a lot of stuff today, and really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to tell them?
If you haven't, please follow Bloodstained Apparel. I just thank you so much for your time. And I hope everyone just be blessed.
Hey, we appreciate it. No, yes, fix your credit.
Or build it, whichever one.
Yeah. Fix your credit. If you ain't got nothing, start today because you need it.
Yes.
All right, Red Talk. Well, it's been great. We really do appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping in for episode 6 of Small Talk with Small Businesses. So we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you.